What's going on, everybody? This is Pooty KD and the place to be, and I am back making another video for you guys. And the reason why I'm doing that is because the Game Awards is right around the corner. Next month, the Game Awards 2024, and I'm only going to be talking about the Game of the Year nominations. The first one, Astrobot. I heard nothing but great things about this game. I played the Playground, Astro Bot Playground, and I only played it for about an hour, and I could have beaten that game if I wanted to. That game was so addicting. It was so much fun. And Astrobot, I'm pretty sure is the same, if not even better. I heard this is like one of the best PlayStation exclusive games that PS5 have ever made. And I need to play this game. I need to get my hands on this game eventually. I will play myself some Astro Bot. The next game they have up for Game of the Year is Balatro, and it is a card game. Yeah, a card game is being nominated for Game of the Year. I heard good things about this game too. Don't know how to play it, but I heard nothing negative from this game actually. But to see a card game, I mean, shout outs to Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and Solitaire, Go Fish. They're representing for you guys. If Balatro wins Game of the Year, then I'm living my life completely wrong. Next game, Blacksmith Wukong. Wukong came out, I believe, in the middle of the summer, and it's not a game I would play because I would get sad and depressed because I'll die so many times in a game like this, and I feel like I should just stay away from heartbreak. But I watch my friends play. The game looks really, really well. I've seen a lot of crazy mods in this game, like a Goku flying around on a Nimbus cloud. But if you played, let's say, Sekiro, or I don't know, maybe not like Bloodborne or anything, more a little mythical. But those kind of Soulsborne games, I kind of just stay away from. I just don't want to die a lot. But this game does look good. I've seen a couple boss fights that look amazing. So, and I'm actually surprised to see if this be nominated for Game of the Year. I was skeptical at first. I was not sure if this was going to be Game of the Year worthy, but they have 6 spots and they need to fill it. So, Wukong, shout outs to you. Now, here's something that I scratching my head a bit. It is the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. And that is a DLC game. You have to have the Elden Ring in order to play this. That's what DLC is. It's downloadable content. But this downloadable content is nominated for Game of the Year. I don't get it. I don't know why they did it, but I also know why they did it. This was the talk of the year. Like out of all the games that came out in 2024, nobody was talking about Elden Ring like this. They was talking about Elden Ring like it was one of the greatest games of all time, and the DLC was one of the greatest DLCs of all time. And I get it. The DLC, I hear it was really good, but it's not a new game. It's not a game. It's a DLC to a game. Why is that being nominated for Game of the Year? I don't get it. And what scares me even most is it could win Game of the Year. A DLC could win Game of the Year. And I said it jokingly a couple months ago. But here we are. It's being nominated. You can choose to have a DLC win in 2024 now. You know? So I wouldn't vote for it. I'm not saying I'm not voting for it because it's not a game. I haven't played Shadow of the Erdtree. And it's okay, but it's a DLC. It shouldn't even be up here in the first place. That's just my opinion on it. The game that I did play and a game that I voted for for Game of the Year, even though it probably won't win now that Elden Ring is here. That's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I liked Remake, but I didn't love Remake. Rebirth is something that I love. That game was so addicting, even though it had so many tedious little chores to do. But that's what Final Fantasy is. Some of that side quest is just tedious grinding or just going here, picking up stuff, go there, picking up stuff. But they're really trying to revamp this story. This as far as Aerith, is she dead? Is she alive? Regular the regular game, the original game, she's dead. She's out of the game by disc two. Now, this game, I don't know if she's alive. I think she's dead, but she's still around, is what I'm saying. They're changing a lot, and I think it's working. I think that story is working on me now. Now I can't wait to play the third game, and that's why I'm voting for it to be my game of the year for this year. And the last game, another game I'm really just terrible. Metaphor Refantasio. Yeah, I have not said that word a lot, but the game looks cool. I know nothing about this game. I just know it has a really cool logo, and and this is another game being nominated. But you look at these games here: Astrobot, Balantro, Wukong, the DLC, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor. Compared to like last year, this year is pretty soft. I'm sorry, last year you had the game of the year. It could have been anybody to win that game of the year. Resident Evil 4, the I, man, I can't even think of the other games, but there's so many. The Baldur's Gate 3 won game of the year last year. It could have been Alan Wake 2. Yeah, it's a whole slew of great games that came out last year, even fighting games included. But this year, you got a card game being game of the year. You got a DLC. It just seems pretty weak. It seems pretty weak to me. I'm sorry, but if you wanted a game of the year nomination instead of it, if you knew this year was going to be weak, it shouldn't be 6 games being nominated. Maybe it should be 5 or 4 at the lowest, which I doubt they're going to do. They're not going to have 4 games. No, maybe 5. I think there was a time where they had 5 games being nominated instead of 6, but this shouldn't. I'm not. I don't even feel like watching the show now. I'm gonna watch it, see if there's any new games coming out. Fingers crossed for Resident Evil. But yeah, this is it's pretty weak. If Final Fantasy VII Rebirth does not win Game of the Year, I'm gonna be pulling for Astrobot to win, because I think that would just be something really nice to see. Or Blacksmith Wukong. I I just have a strong feeling that Elden Ring is gonna win this. I don't agree with the DLC game. Maybe if they had their own DLC category, yeah. And it's different with remake video games. Now, they say that shouldn't be nominated for Game of the Year, but if they remake it from the ground up, like Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 2 is not even nominated for Game of the Year at all, right? We got card games, we got DLCs, you know? So there's that. And yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. It's small. It's not even a rant, really. I'm just trying to understand why they did it. But yeah, I'm gonna put up my review of the Game Awards in mid December. I think this December 12th is when the Game Awards is. I don't know. I should have looked. That's on me. But yeah, this is Pooty KD signing off.